What is up, y'all? I am back with another video for you, and today I wanted to just explain to you guys what I found out about my health and everything, and just kind of give you a rundown about what it is, what I'm doing with it, how I'm dealing, and maybe if you have it as well, maybe this can help you. I'm still researching on this, so there's going to be probably more parts to this if you guys want them, but I just wanted to share with y'all everything that I know about my health and just let you guys know what's really going on. And I don't want you guys to feel disconnected with me. It's just also would help you guys understand things a little bit more if I just kind of explain them to you. So yeah, I think that is all I have for this intro. Let's just get on with the video and explain everything for y'all. Okay, so pretty much one of my videos I was explaining that I was going to LA, and I don't know if I mentioned why I was going to LA in the first place, but pretty much I've been sick for, I started feeling something weird going on about 10 months ago almost, actually, like June or July of last year. It was really mild. I didn't really know what was happening. I just kind of blamed it on me working a lot, and I was tired, and there was things going on between me and my boyfriend. It was just kind of weird things. He was working a lot, so I was kind of stressed, relationship things, and I just kind of was blaming it all on that. While that was kind of a factor of things, it really wasn't the real reason of what was going on in my body. And the past, I'm gonna say 3-ish months, I really saw a toll on my body and was realizing something severely was wrong. It wasn't work. I was cutting back on work a little bit less, and I felt stressed, but I didn't feel so stressed. It was a weird little combination, but yeah. So pretty much what I was feeling, so actually I'm gonna explain who I am as a person if you guys don't really know. So I was a competitive cheerleader for about 14 years, so if you know anything about competitive cheerleading, you know that they are very active. They're really active. Their bodies can do a lot. So pretty much that was just who I was. I knew I'm always active, I'm always working out, and I'm always doing that. And as soon as my cheer career ended up ending because I aged out, I was working out. I was just working out. I could do it about 5 days a week, and I could be totally fine. I loved it. It was something I enjoyed doing. And I knew sometimes I would a normal person would lose motivation. So it kind of went down to 2 to 3 times a day, week, because I was working a lot. So I just I was exhausted from that, but I would work out still. So that would happen. And then June to July, I just kind of felt more tired, and I didn't really understand what was going on. I just was okay, I'm working a lot. I haven't had a day off in September, so 10 months. I haven't had a day or a week off at all. I was always working. I always never just had a full week off to just chill. So this is kind of a timeline of a lot of things. So in September, my boyfriend of a year and a half broke up with me, and of course that was really stressful on me and everything. We're fine. Things are cool. We're really good friends still. Don't have to worry about that. I can also talk about breakups and everything with y'all in another video. But anyways, he broke up with me, and obviously I was heartbroken and everything. So that's kind of why I was stressed for the months prior to that. And so I was working, I was stressed about my boyfriend, and then we broke up. So I was oh my god, everything, I was mentally drained. So I have depression and anxiety, so my depression worsened, my anxiety worsened, and then a month later my dad ended up passing away. So obviously then there's that. My boyfriend just broke up with me a month prior. My dad just passed away, which I will want to talk about in a later video, just because other people go through it and everything. So I always get questions on it. Anyways, so that happened. So people were okay, you're stressed, you're working a lot, you're going through 2 tragedies. Pretty much breakup is losing, like someone died. That's what people compare it to. So I pretty much had 2 people die. I had my relationship die, I had my dad die. So that was a lot of toll on me. And with that, I'm like, okay, now I'm just gonna blame it. I kept blaming it on, I was working a lot. My boyfriend just broke up with me. My dad just died. This was all in one time span. And I was just blaming it on that. And I just kind of knew, I just kind of felt in my heart, like, that's not why, but why, it makes sense. But I don't feel like that's true. So at that point, I just ended up I tried to work out, but I just kept getting tired. Felt like I was exhausted. Like, I could not stay awake for anything. Like, I could stay awake a lot more than what I can now, but I just couldn't stay awake. I was tired. I would go work out. Working out for me just makes me tired because that's just how I was. Cheer was always at night. So I would work out, and I just kind of felt exhausted when I was working out, and I was 5 minutes in. I was exhausted. So going into that, I was fine. Like, I could function still. So about 3 months ago, I just started, my body was here, and it became not functionable anymore. So I would be at work, I was looking at someone, falling asleep. I was just like, this is your face. I couldn't focus on you. I was tired. I was so exhausted. I couldn't look at you without, my eyes could not stay open at all. And I just, couldn't function. I'm a manager at my work. So the other manager that was there, he was like, you forgot this again, you forgot this again, you forgot this again. Why, I was the person that everybody went to because they knew I would not forget anything. So I was forgetting everything. I didn't remember anything. I don't remember. You can say something and a minute later I'll just forget what you just told me. Not a minute, but short time span. But I used to remember everything. And then the one thing I think that just really made me understand that I knew something was wrong was, I wasn't exhausted. It wasn't that. There was something really, really wrong with me. I couldn't walk upstairs anymore. I physically couldn't. I would walk upstairs and I had no energy anymore. I couldn't breathe. I literally couldn't breathe. I couldn't speak. I couldn't, I was hyper, the only reason I want to, compare it to a panic attack is, if you've had a panic attack, you can't breathe, and it hurt in your chest. It hurts in my chest, at least. So I would walk up the stairs, and I felt like I just ran a marathon. I'm like, why? When I used to be a competitive cheerleader, I used to do all this. I was very active, and all of a sudden, now I can't even walk up the stairs, and I'm in a parking lot. I'm walking maybe 10 feet. I'm winded. What's going on? I was so, exhausted, and my body was giving out on me. My body was aching. Everything was going on. And there was just a point, I ended up calling my ex-boyfriend, so we're really good friends. I can call him about everything. I talk to him a lot. Not a lot, but, a lot. Anyways, I called him one night, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm stressed. I'm worrying about everything. And I just don't feel well. I don't know what's going on, but I don't feel well. And I don't feel like I am. And he's like, you need to go to the doctor. Go to the doctor, figure something out. And I'm like, but I don't know. I think it's just work. I don't know. I was just blaming it on work still. I couldn't figure it out. And so 2 weeks prior, he goes, when are you going to the doctor? And I'm like, oh, I'll go in 2 weeks. I kind of was trying to planning around my mom's work schedule more than mine. And she was in LA for a convention, so it was just hard to plan. And there was just a point where my mom started realizing something was wrong. And so something's wrong when other people start realizing when something's wrong. So I think it was mid of when I've already booked my appointment. I was staring at her, and there's live music going on, and I was dozing off. I was just, good night, you're not here anymore. I was not there anymore. I was gone. I was, literally physically, I just couldn't stay awake anymore. And then a week after that, or it was a couple days, it was the next day or something, it was some weird time. It wasn't like the next day, but it was like, I think a week later. I got off work at like 5:30, took a shower, everything, and went to bed at like 8:30. And I didn't wake up until 4 p.m. the next day. I was probably up for 2 hours. I ate once and then went to the bathroom, and that was it. So I was up maybe 2 hours, like, if anything. But 8:30 to 4 p.m. Like, it's a long time. That's about 18 hours, I think. So I'm not good at math, so don't, whatever. But that's a long time. I just kind of knew something was wrong. So my biggest fear going into the doctor was actually figuring out what was wrong and them telling me nothing was wrong, because I knew something was wrong. I couldn't speak anymore. I couldn't, like, breathe. Everything was not right. So I went into my doctor, and pretty much my family has lupus and iron level deficiency issues. So we thought it was that, and then he was checking all these other things, and then he just kind of threw my thyroid in there. So none of my family has a thyroid issue that we know of. So the next day I got my blood drawn, because they don't do it at that doctor. And I was scared to go to work that day, but I had to anyways. So I went to work, and then the next day I went to work again, and I got a phone call, and he said, "You have hypothyroidism." So I didn't know what it was. He kind of hung up the phone on me, and I, like, called him back. I'm like, "What is this? Like, you're pretty much," I'm kind of going to sound dramatic, but I know other people have this. Like, I think oh my god, I can't say the name right now. Gabby Dumar has it, or she has a thyroid issue. I'm pretty sure it's hypothyroidism as well. Like, she has a lot of immune issues, and she talks about it like it's not like something no one knows about, but she talks about it. So you can live with this, but pretty much it's called, like, finding your levels and making you normal again. So with hypothyroidism, you were under. So your thyroid, so I'm going to tell you what the thyroid is. Thyroid is like produces a hormone on you, and it's pretty much your reason of function. Like, without your thyroid working, you can't function as a human. So that was my issue. My thyroid it was stuck on slow, so I couldn't my thyroid couldn't keep up to what I was doing, trying to do at least. And so this is also with it, like, I can't think, like, I forget everything, like, I'll forget things. So with the hypothyroidism, I just can't function normally. So with that, he said, if you do not take this medicine that I have, so I'm going back again in a couple minutes, and pretty much if you do not take the medicine, either your body is severely damaged, you can go in a coma, you can possibly die. I know that sounds dramatic, but it's like, it takes a while to get there, but pretty much this is not a curable thing currently. So pretty much I have to live off of this medicine, and it's kind of crazy. Right now I'm on the lowest dosage. That's just kind of how they're doing it, and till we find the levels I need. So right now it's been about 4 weeks, and I don't feel anything. I'm exhausted still. Like, I can't function. My body hurts. Like, I wanted to break down in front of my boss. Like, I'm close to my coworkers and stuff, and I was like, I can't. Like, I can't function anymore. And he goes, so he wanted me to talk to his wife about it, and then, like, told him I'm going back to the doctor, trying to figure it out. So yeah, they all know about everything. They know I'm struggling right now. So yeah, that's why I went to LA, was because I was sick, and my mom was just trying to get me out and try to just get a break from life. And in LA, the thing was, Sunday, the last night I was there, I couldn't function. So it was bad. I just really couldn't function. We were doing so much, and my mom was just telling me to stay in bed the whole time. And I'm like, this is my last night. I'm not going to just stay in bed, you know? So it was just kind of bad. And I'm like, I literally don't want to live this way for the rest of my life. I don't think anyone ever understands that I am exhausted constantly, I can't function. I can't do anything I want to anymore because I'm so exhausted. I can't breathe anymore. I can't walk. I can't do normal things I used to do. And it's just so hard that I have to do that. And I have to try to function. I have to try to work again. And my mom's pretty much telling me I maybe have to stop working until I can get a work done. But I don't want to like put my job in that situation. It's just like a lot of difficulties. So I guess one thing is that's kind of why I don't upload as much anymore. It's just because I'm too tired. Like I can't stay awake. I can't like focus on anything anymore. I'm doing so much. I'm dealing with my health. I'm dealing mentally, so I'm going to therapy for that. I'm going to school, and then I'm trying to keep up with this. And then I love doing it, but it's just like the editing part is the hardest part about it. And getting it upload, and like when things don't work, it's like, it's just hard. But if you guys are seeing I'm not uploading, maybe I'm just struggling health-wise. But yeah, that's kind of just like a rundown how I knew something was wrong and everything. I'm sorry if that's really hard to follow. But I want to give you a little fun facts, I guess, is what it is. Like, so with my blood work, so my blood count is supposed to be at 27. My red cell blood count is at 27. It's supposed to be at 27, and it's at 98 right now, or last time, whatever. And then like my iodine level, my zinc level, my B12 level, all that like stuff is low. That's just kind of part of it. So even like speaking, it's really hard for me. Like I can't do a lot of speaking. Also I work in a juice bar, and it's like smoothies and juices, which is kale. I'm not supposed to be digesting kale because it affects your hormones. So anything like in the cabbage, like family, and I'm not really supposed to be digesting unless it's cooked, so it's like broken down a little bit. So I don't know if it's juicing would be fine, but I just know kale in general, so kind of sucks that I'm kind of harming my body every day, but I have to do it for my job. I'm gonna need more info on it. I'm gonna look more into it, so that would be like another part of like more in-depth about it. This is kind of just my story. My cats are fighting or running around. I don't know what they're doing. They're being weird. Anyways, so that I'm not supposed to, I was told like don't have caffeine, but it's like by someone else. It's don't have caffeine 30 minutes like with your medicine or something like that. I don't know if it's before or after. I just kind of do 30 minutes before and after before I take my medicine. So like no coffee, no caffeine at all. Just do it with water. Have that like hour time span. There is nothing like I know of that I have to do it with like a certain, eat it with something like it. There's not a certain day. So I take it at 12 p.m. I was trying to do it at 11 and it just kind of wasn't working. So my face really itches. So I do it at 12 right now. That's kind of working. It kind of sucked. I actually forgot my medicine at home, and I had like call my mom. I'm like, can you get my medicine? I like forgot it. I need it now. I can't skip a day. If I skip a day, it fucks up with my hormones. Sorry, but it just messes up with my hormones. So I can't do that. I have to make sure I'm consistent, doing it all the time, same time. It's like birth control almost. So yeah, one thing that I'm scared about is gaining weight. So right now I'm not supposed to be working out at all, which kind of sucks for me because I even tried the other day. So like I hated not working out, so I tried to do 20 squats. I couldn't even do 10. I was a girl that worked out 5 days a week, and now I can't do 10 squats because it's too much energy. That's pretty much where I'm at, and it sucks. But I can gain weight from hypothyroidism, so that's kind of why I think Gabby has like the hypo one, because she's always working out, and that's why she had to start working out, so she didn't gain the weight. I can also lose my hair. Like my hair can be like thinned out and everything, which I'm kind of glad it's not. I have actually had comments saying my hair looks really good and it's growing and it's getting really thick. So it's kind of interesting that I'm getting the opposite comments than what is being said in the hypothyroidism. Yeah, we didn't really expect me to have it, and it was just kind of a shock. I won't have lupus. Obviously, that's a lower blood count, and I have a high blood count. I won't have lupus like my grandma does. Nothing's wrong with my iron level, so everything else seemed to be fine. So yeah, sorry, my camera just died. But yeah, everything seems to be fine. It's just my hypothyroidism is what I have right now. So I'm kind of dealing with that, and hopefully I get better. I'm just kind of sick of feeling this way, and it's really hard. Everybody's story is different. Everybody has different diagnoses. It's just never the same. So I can't breathe. This sucks. I literally can't breathe. So I didn't edit it. Dry skin. So I've had like dry patches on my neck. I never realized that until now. That just like really, so I just saw this in my mirror. So dry skin is a thing. So I have really oily skin, but I've had dry patches right here. Just right here. And I guess that's where your thyroid is. So maybe that's what it is. But your thyroid is really small. It's like the size of your thumb. They're really having fun up there. But so like that's what's controlling my whole body, and it doesn't work. So yeah. I think that's really all I can think of to update y'all on what I have and like my symptoms and why I knew something is wrong. Moral of the story, listen to your body. Realize who you are. And if you're an active person and all of a sudden you can't do simple tasks, listen to your body and go get a doctor. Go figure out what's going on, because something could be severely wrong. Like, say if I just ignored my body for so long, I don't know how long it would have been, but in like a year, I could have been in a coma. Like something like that. I don't know if it's like that soon I could have been, but like it could have been soon. But one thing I do have to do is get checkups, get my blood drawn, and I know it's like every month-ish. So I have to get my blood drawn every month-ish just to make sure my levels are okay and everything. I don't know if it's my whole life I have to do that or it's just like a couple years. Not positive. Everything's fairly new to me. So yeah, that's just a little thing. But yeah, listen to your body. Know what's wrong. If you know something's not right, listen to it. A lot of people are trying to blame it on my depression, which depression is a symptom, and I've had that my whole life, but that's also something that runs in the family. So I just think that is something I do have. It's not just the hypothyroidism thing, but they're really having fun. So yeah, they were blaming it on my depression, but it wasn't my depression. I knew the difference. Like, I wanted to do things, but I physically couldn't function. I couldn't do it. And then with I forgot to take my medicine today. Told you. It's fine. See, I need an alarm on my phone. Anyways, so yeah, that is pretty much it on everything. I don't think I have anything else for y'all today. I will do a second video on this and update, about more things I know about it, but I know a lot of people deal with it. For me, I liked watching YouTube videos and people, what they say about it and everything, so yeah. That is what I have for y'all today, just a little thing update on my health, and yeah, so I gotta go to the doctor and get my medicine fixed because it's not working and I still feel like shit, pretty much. Also, I keep forgetting things, so this is just a part of it. I've been sick for 2 weeks. I never got sick. Never. So I had a cold, and the other day, my boss above me, Mariah, she's like, yeah, I feel like you've been sick forever and you just finally sound like normal, almost. So I've been pretty much just right now sneezing and having a runny nose. I don't feel as sick, but yeah. Also my temperature's at 97 and it should be at 98, but not everybody has the same temperature, but whatever. But yeah, that is pretty much everything I have about the hypothyroidism and just my health. So yeah, I just think that's it. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this one. Give it a big thumbs up so other people can find me as well. Comment down below anything you'd like me to do next. Also hit the bell to be notified when I upload, which is every Wednesday and sometimes Saturdays, you can follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter, and my Facebook page. They'll be linked down below, and I hope to see y'all in my next video. Bye.
I've patrolled these empty thoughts before, but I'm fixed now on the cure. I'm holding on to the last rock on the mountaintop, and I'm begging for your love. Do you remember the type of folk we used to be, and the simple souls we used to see?